What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Sam, and I am back with another video. I don't know what that was. So today yesterday I was 4 weeks on testosterone. In 2 days, I will be a month on testosterone. So this will be a 4 week, 1 month update. And then I won't be really making an update video probably till my 2 months. I was always kind of planning to just do an update week by week, and then once I hit a month, it'll be month by month, and then a year will be yearly. Um, because as you know, expected, the changes are slow, and there's not really much changes. But I would say there has been noticeable changes in the sense of it's been a month and you don't see everybody in your life on a day-to-day basis or even a week-to-week basis. So people I haven't spoken to in a month or so, um, they'll watch my videos or they'll see a picture of me or something and they'll call me and they'll say, yeah, your voice dropped. I came to tell you, hey, I'm noticing some changes. I'm really proud of you, da da da. But now I'm noticing your voice changed. Like, I'm not really noticing it. Maybe a little, like a few octaves deeper. But what more do I expect? So I guess any change is a good change. Um, but I guess we'll start with emotion. Emotionally, I'm doing really well. I haven't really been depressed at all um, since before transitioning. I do find myself getting a little discouraged here and there about my transition. Um, but then that's just when I gotta remind myself how far along I am. And then again, my doctor did mention I'm on a lower dose regarding of how I believe my dose is normal or not. Because I do believe, and I've said this in the past, that I have a normal dose as far as I was concerned. But I guess since I'm a heavier person, my dose should probably be more if I'm referring to somebody who's skinnier than me. So I guess I could see how that is a lower dose. Um, because usually dosages go by your weight. So I don't really know of any heavier set trans men and their dose. Normally, when I hear of a dose, it's a skinnier person. So that's where that comes from. The irritability, I don't really sense any except until it happens. Like if I freak out, it goes along with the last video I made. I realize it quicker. And in the last video, I said I won't freak out, even if I do freak out. Because even before transitioning, I had a tendency to lash out before thinking. And then I realized how much of an idiot I was, or whatever. Um, so I do realize that, and I'm like, damn, that was stupid. And I mentioned that in the last one. So that's still going on. I'm still learning to control my emotions. I'm a human, so I'm obviously not expecting to be never mad or never let anything bother me to that extent. Um, I just don't know why I'm expecting testosterone to do that for me. It takes work, um, which goes into like motivation for me and exercising and stuff. Um, my motivation to stay on track with stuff is a lot more there. And that probably doesn't have to do with tea. It probably has to do with the fact that I'm on tea because I know I have to take a weekly shot. I know the work. In order for me to change the way I want to, I have to put in the work. Because if I just take tea and be like, all right, I'm a guy now, like, that's how you get really bad acne. That's how you gain a lot of weight. That's how you just get depressed, and that's just how everything just gets messed up. Now, I'm not saying, like, oh, I have a crappy face, I'm not taking care of myself. Like, that's not what I meant. I meant, like, I'm having a skin regimen. I'm having a vitamin regimen. I'm having, speaking of, I forgot to take my biotin. Yeah, I've been taking biotin, but I'll get into all that as well. I have exercise regimen, hygiene regimen. I'm getting it. Like, I had a regimen before, but I wasn't taking, like, as much care of myself as I should. And I'm doing that a lot more now, and it's a lot easier than it was in the past to deal with. Um, Probably because now I'm in more of emotion of doing it, and I'm like on track with it. But I take vitamins, I have a skincare, I exercise, and I do all that like twice a day. And I'm also on actual medication that I have to take every day. In the past, it didn't work for me because I sucked at taking medication. But with being on T, I just kind of slapped myself in the face and was like, listen, you want this, right? So you got to do it. No one's going to do it for you. No one's going to hold your hand. So it's just something you just got to make yourself do. Just like you get up and brush your teeth every morning to go to work or school or what have you. You got to take care of yourself. And this is the only vessel you have until you're dead. So you got to take care of it. So, I've been really happy and excited about my wedding coming up. And just emotionally, I would say I'm really good. Not really struggling with anything. Um, I haven't had any doubts or anything. So far, this is what I want. I wish it was a little quicker. I'm going to actually see if I could up my dose a little bit, maybe, after I get my blood taken. I'll be like, is there any room to be upped a bit to just maybe speed up the process a little faster? I originally told him I didn't want it to be too fast of a process, but I think I have this envisioned for myself by the time I get married in 3 months. And I'm not expecting, like I said in the past as well, to be this big old buff manly man, but I don't want to look like this. So I've went on a tangent in the past about it. I'm not going to do it in this video either. Um, so the expectations are still there, and my goals went up. I didn't really want facial hair or any really body hair prior. I knew it was going to come, but I didn't really want it. Now I'm working on a beard. Um, like, I'm working on facial hair. I'm taking biotin, as I mentioned. Um, um, taking I'm washing my face twice a day and moisturizing it twice a day. And then I'm putting a serum on it, which is this. I got it from CVS. And I mainly got it because of the ingredients. I don't know if it will focus. But it's all of that. There's no chemicals. It's all oil. Okay? And the first oil is castor oil. And if anybody knows anything about castor oil, that's the oil that, like, gets it growing. Gets whatever growing, and it says it boosts it with biotin and caffeine. So I don't have a derma roller, but I, like, massage it into my face really roughly, would you say? Because that, like, gets the hair follicles woken up and gets the blood flow rolling. My birthday just passed in, like, a week ago. Kind of, sort of. A little less than that. And my friend is sending me, he lives in a different state. He's sending me minoxidil, so I'm gonna start that with the rest of the stuff I'm doing, and we'll see how facial hair gets in that department. I'm really excited about that. I just want something, like a dirt stash, something, which I did notice little black hairs here and there on my mustache. I had a little bit of peach fuzz. All of it was blonde, excuse me. But now I'm noticing, like, here, here, here once in a while. I do have, like, a mole on my face that grows hair, and that was, like, the only black hairs on my face. And a little bit over here I've always had, but, like, I'm starting to see it more, and I'm going to try to catch it on camera, but it's going to be a terrible view, and I don't know if it's going to focus or even pick them up. Usually people try to show their facial hair, and it looks ridiculous because there's nothing there, but they know it's there, and I didn't want to say I never understood it, but I'm falling in that category now because there's nothing there, but you see the peach fuzz glare, right? So, yeah. That's what's up. I haven't really noticed much change in my face, but I stare at it all day, every day, so I wouldn't be surprised. Um, my arms, so like I said, I've been working out every day, twice a day. I've been doing push-ups and planks and plank push-ups and sit-ups, and I've been lifting free weights, like barbells, but free weights. So yeah, I haven't done a pre-T show, but I can tell you there was nothing there. Alright, see how there was that little bump that raised? That wasn't there. This little dark area wasn't there. Um, so, and the indent wasn't there. You know, my arm's starting to lose weight. Type of, you could tell. Um, so, this is my dominant arm, this isn't. So that's good, for a month, to see that kind of progress. It's not even a month, like I said. That's really good. So I've been I wasn't doing it every day at first, and for the past at least week to 2 weeks, I've been doing it every day, twice a day. So that's really good. My stomach, there hasn't been much change. I just started doing sit-ups. Because I've been doing everything more and more all the time, adding more to my exercises, adding this, adding that, and taking it easy on my body, because I noticed in the past when I just go in and go ham, I end up tiring myself out, and it's just, you'll see more progress later on in the long run. And I haven't tried this approach yet, so I'm trying this approach. And since my transition alone is going to be slow, I'm allowing every other transition, the beard, the weight loss, the muscle gain, all that to be slow, because it's not necessarily competing with anything, but I'm usually, you have one goal. I have about like 5 goals, and they're all traveling together. If I'm 1 month on T, I'm not gonna be like, oh my god, I need to get buff and skinny in two weeks. Like, no, I'm just gonna let it all ride out and see how it goes, and day by day. And I honestly feel like I'll get the most results that way. I've always had strong legs, so I'm not really worried about like, oh, leg day and all that type of thing. I'm also on my legs like 12 hours a day, so I don't have to worry about them really. But yeah, my physique is the same. I'm a very hefty person, so I got a bunch of rolls and bumps and grooves and all that. I look like a ripped cock. I'm kidding. But for real, like, um, not really much with the body dysmorphia area. Um, Bottom growth, I got none. Sex drive, I got none. I mean, maybe I've been a little more hornier here and there, but I don't know if that's because I'm allowing myself to get like that. But yeah, it's not really there. The libido, yeah, it's not there. Um, and bottom growth didn't happen. If there is any, I can't really tell because I'm a big person, and if you're a big person, your little guy is way up in there, in your guts, practically. Not really. But, like, if I notice any change, it will probably be a big change, because There's a little guy in there. Little guy up in there, for sure. Anyway. Any other change? Hair. I noticed, I talked about the facial hair, but body hair, not much. Not even, like, thicker. Like, I've always had kind of hairy arms. Vein, like, the vascular system, not really. Difference. I guess I could show you my hands. I can't wait for my hands to not be all sausagey. I don't know what says tea will make them not look like sausages, but I don't know. But yeah, what else? If I'm missing anything, if you guys want to know anything, let me know. I am a 2 gauge. I don't know if you noticed, but waiting on tea, I was gauging my ears because I couldn't take the waiting game. And this was actually always my goal size, which is funny. But if you get a gauge, a sizing, whatever, a kit, it goes up to 00 more or less, and that's only 0 and then 00, and I'm there. So I'm actually like, this is my 4th time trying to gauge my ears, and this is the first time I successfully got into this. I've only gotten to, like, I think 10 in the past, maybe 12, and I was like, oh my god, like, it really hasn't hit me that I'm finally at a 2. But they're still kind of small for me. I think I definitely want to go up to definitely a 00 before my wedding. I want to do all this stuff before my wedding. I'm going to look like a completely different person. I don't want to say I'm going to look completely different, but I'm going to be like how I've always envisioned myself, I guess you can say. And I'm also noticing in this video that my voice is lower. And it's trying to, kind of, cracking here and there. If you can notice, that's awesome. But yeah, right before this video, I didn't notice it until I started talking. So, that's good. I took my 5th shot yesterday. And in 2 days, it's the 8th, June 8th today. In 2 days, on June 10th, I got blood work for my monthly update. And then I'm going to schedule an appointment. And at that appointment, to talk about the blood work, I'm going to see if I can up my dose, as I said. But yeah, so I'm at 0.3 right now, 0.3 mLs, which is 60 milligrams of testosterone a week. And who knows? We'll see what happens. But yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next week. And if I notice any, like, crazy change, I don't know if I'm going to hop on the video or if I'm going to write it down and save it for my 2-month update. I don't know if I'm going to make a month update because it is 2 days away. My 4th shot was, my 5th shot was yesterday. So I'm really, like, in the middle, in between both. And I'm like, not much change is going to change in 2 weeks. And I could have just talked about my change this past week. And then in 2 days change everything over time. But I just thought, I don't know. I just thought that was kind of silly. There wouldn't be much, if I could say. So I just threw it all in one video. It really doesn't matter. It's the transition. So this is the transition from weeks to months. This is it. Alright, guys. Thanks for watching. Make sure you tune in. Since I'm going to be posting less for the transition updates, maybe, I don't know, I'm going to try to post more different videos. Because I did say I wanted to post more different videos. But so far it's only been transition videos. But it's also been every week so far. So a video a week, I mean, that's the best I've been doing in months, a year. Alright, guys. Seriously, though, thanks for watching. And tune in next time. And we'll see what happens, right? Alright, guys. Peace.